Ever read a line of poetry and just felt it? Like the words themselves were alive, maybe even breathing? Well, today, we're putting on our detective hats. We're going to investigate the literary trick that makes it all happen. Let's get started.
I mean, think about it for a second. Have you ever actually heard the wind whisper through the trees? Or listened to a storm roar in the distance? These aren't just pretty phrases, you know? They're clues. And if you've ever said or thought something like that, then, surprise, you've already met our main suspect, personification. It's an incredibly powerful tool, and over the next few minutes, we're going to crack this case wide open.
Okay, first things first, let's open the official case file. We've got to cover the basics, just to make sure we're all on the same page. So, here's the official scoop. Personification is when we give human-like qualities, things like emotions or actions, to stuff that isn't human. We're talking objects, animals, even big ideas. It's basically a literary magic trick, turning something that isn't alive into something that feels like it is. Now hold on, we have to clear something up, a classic case of mistaken identity. Personification is just a touch of humanity, like saying the wind whispered. But its cousin, anthropomorphism, goes all in. Think Mickey Mouse. He talks, he wears clothes, he has a pet dog. One is a poetic touch, the other is a full-blown character. Big difference.
All right, so every good detective needs a toolkit, right? So how do we actually spot personification out there in the wild? Don't worry, I've got your guide right here.
Here is your official 4-step investigation plan. First, hunt for human emotions. If you see a lonely road or an angry sea, that's a huge giveaway. Second, listen for human actions. Do the flowers dance? Does opportunity knock? And finally, the most important step, ask yourself the key question. Can a tree actually weep? If the answer is no, well, you've got your evidence. And hey, here's a little cheat sheet for your detective notebook. Keep an eye out for these words, things like dances, cries, smiles, teaches. When you see a non-human thing doing one of these, you've probably found your culprit.
So we know how to spot it now, but let's dig a little deeper. Why? Why do authors even use it? Every technique has a motive, a reason for being there. So what's the end game with personification?
It really all comes down to one thing: connection. Our brains are literally wired to see human-like intentions in everything around us. It's just how we make sense of the world. And personification hacks right into that. It paints these super vivid pictures in our minds, makes abstract ideas like time or justice feel real and tangible, and it creates a direct line to our emotions. Okay, theory is great, but every good case needs hard evidence. So let's take a look at a few exhibits from some really famous poems. You might even be studying some of these right now.
First up, from Rain on the Roof. Now, obviously, darkness can't literally cry, of course not. But by saying it gently weeps, the poet instantly creates this sad, quiet, gentle mood. You don't just read about it, you actually feel it.
Next, we've got Pablo Neruda, who writes that the earth can teach us. The earth doesn't have a blackboard or a PhD, right? But this line gives nature this amazing sense of ancient wisdom. It makes you see the world as a teacher. Oh, this one's a classic. Wordsworth's Daffodils. They're not just moving around, no, they're dancing. That one little word changes everything. It turns a simple scene into this joyful, lively celebration. It's an image that just sticks with you. And of course, we gotta have Shakespeare. He doesn't just say, the sun is bright. No, he calls it the eye of heaven. And suddenly, the sun isn't just a ball of gas anymore. It's this watchful, powerful, almost godlike presence in the poem. See how powerful that is?
Okay, detectives, we've gathered the clues, we've examined the evidence, and we totally understand the motive. I think it's about time we close this case and lock in what we've learned.
So if you've got a test or an exam coming up, you're going to need some solid, easy-to-remember examples in your back pocket. These are your go-tos. The wind whispered through the fields. Time stole my childhood. Simple, clear, and absolutely on the money. So, here it is, the one thing to remember if you forget everything else, your ultimate takeaway. If it's not a person, but it's doing something a person does, you've found personification. It's that simple. Case closed.
So, our case here might be closed, but your investigation, it's really just beginning. You're the detective now. You've got the tools. So my question to you is, what will you bring to life?